Hey, family! Today's video is unmissable because I'm going to bring you the 3 main news stories of the day about Wrexham. But here's the thing, the third one is the most explosive of them all, the one featured in the thumbnail and title, so stick with me until the end because I guarantee you'll be surprised. Before that, we've already got 2 very important stories that help explain everything that's happening at the club. Let's get started. News 1, Rob Mack praises Brunt. Let's start by talking about Lewis Brunt, and this one comes straight from Wrexham co-owner Rob Mack. Recently, he took part in a fun activity on the club's social media. The idea was to describe some players using just one word. When it was Brunt's turn, Rob didn't hesitate and called him a killer. It may sound exaggerated, but for anyone who follows Wrexham, it's clear it wasn't said lightly. Here's the situation. Brunt began the season as part of the starting defence, but after Callum Doyle arrived from Manchester City, he lost his place and dropped out of the Championship starting 11. Many thought he wouldn't get another chance, that he was off the plans, but Brunt proved exactly the opposite. He came on against Norwich and showed signs that he still has plenty of quality. It wasn't just a good game, it was a consistent performance, dominating ground and aerial duels, distributing passes with precision, helping the team maintain a solid defensive line, and showing character even under pressure. And if that wasn't enough, he was given another opportunity against Reading in the Carabao Cup, and this time he really shone. In the game against Reading, Brunt was almost flawless. He was involved in every key defensive moment, cut out dangerous attacks, organised the backline, and helped the team keep a clean sheet. It was only the second game of the season in which Wrexham managed this, and Brunt played a central role in achieving it. The most interesting thing is that he did all this while playing out of position, slightly on the right of the 3-man defence. Even so, he stayed focused, didn't get intimidated, and showed exactly why Rob Mack called him a killer. He has the instinct of a true defensive warrior. And what does this mean for Wrexham? Simple, Brunt is far from finished, he still has a lot to offer, and he can fight his way back into the Championship starting lineup. Moreover, it's a sign that even players facing intense competition cannot be written off. With new signings arriving, the squad became more competitive, but also more demanding, and Brunt is proving he can still be an important piece. So, this story isn't just about Rob Mack's praise. It's about resilience, determination, and stepping up when the opportunity arises. For the fans, it's a relief and a motivation to see Brunt ready to contribute, especially in a season that promises to be full of challenges. The takeaway is clear, never underestimate Brunt. He may have temporarily lost his place, but with performances like this, he shows he can still be decisive and that Wrexham has strong defensive options. News 2, Allardyce shocked by pressure on Parkinson. Now let's move on to the second story, and this one involves a name everyone knows in English football, Sam Allardyce. What happened left the former manager completely stunned. He discovered that Phil Parkinson, the manager who took Wrexham from the 5th tier up to the Championship, is already under pressure in his role, and for Allardyce, this was utterly surreal. It all started during a conversation with Ben Foster, former Wrexham goalkeeper and fan favourite. During the chat, Foster mentioned messages he had received, including some involving Ryan Reynolds, co-owner of the club. And then came Allardyce's reaction, which showed just how surprised he was. Already? How is it that they're already speculating about Parker's future? For him, it's almost unbelievable that anyone would start doubting the work of a manager who has made such recent history at Wrexham. Let's not forget that Parkinson led the club to 3 consecutive promotions, rising from the National League to the Championship, returning Wrexham to the 2nd tier after more than 40 years. In other words, we're talking about a manager who literally changed the course of the club. But the reality of modern football is like this. Heavy investments bring immediate expectations. In the last transfer window, Wrexham spent £33 million to build a competitive squad, and that automatically increases the pressure on Parkinson. Fans and the media begin to expect quick results, and rumours about his future inevitably start circulating, even when his work is just entering a new chapter. Allardyce, who has had a long and respected career in the Premier League and Championship, understands how the football world operates. Managers are always under a microscope, and any slip-up is analysed and speculated upon. Even so, for him, putting pressure on Parkinson now is premature, especially considering everything he has already achieved. What this story shows is that, even at clubs experiencing meteoric rises, the football world never pauses. Investors, supporters, and the media are all watching, and a manager who has achieved historic feats still has to prove, match by match, that he deserves trust. So, family, here's the question to reflect on. Is it fair for so much pressure to be placed on Phil Parkinson after all the incredible work he has done at Wrexham? Or is it simply part of modern football, where immediate results often matter more than a manager's journey and accomplishments. News 3. The big story of the day. US investors have their eyes on Wrexham. And now, Athleticsal family, we've reached the main story of the day, the one everyone's talking about, and that's going to appear on the thumbnail and in the video title. While the previous news covered players showing their worth and managers under pressure, this story is different. Wrexham is catching the attention of American investors, and this shows that the club is much more than just football, it's a true phenomenon in management and strategy. Business expert Chris Mann, from the Sportsology Group, told ESPN that whenever he speaks with US investors, Wrexham comes up as an example. It doesn't matter whether they are entertainment entrepreneurs or investors from other sectors, everyone wants to understand how a small Welsh club managed to transform into something so significant. The club has become a reference for how to mix high-quality football with entertainment and global marketing. And the story doesn't stop there. Even major names in US sport, like Tom Brady, who is a minority owner of Birmingham City, have openly said they take inspiration from the work of Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack at Wrexham. Brady highlighted what they achieved, not only investing in the team, but giving worldwide visibility to a club from a small town, creating a product that goes far beyond the four lines of the pitch. What all this shows is that the Wrexham project is opening doors. It's not just about climbing the table or reaching the Premier League, which, by the way, is already in Reynolds and Mack's plans for the coming years, but about attracting the attention and trust of millionaire investors, transforming how small clubs can become big businesses, and inspiring others to follow the same path. Think about it. In just a few years, Wrexham went from being a virtually unknown club to a global reference, attracting attention from Hollywood, the US, and the international entertainment market. This means that what happens in Wales can influence investments and decisions at other clubs worldwide. So, family, here's something to reflect on. Wrexham isn't just playing football, it's showing how to turn passion into strategy, and this is already drawing the attention of the world's top investors. Will other clubs be able to replicate what Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack have done? For now, Wrexham is proving that with vision, investment, and creativity, any club can become a giant. Now, family, what do you think about all of this? Did Rob Mack hit the nail on the head by calling Brunt a killer in defence? Does he still have space to shine in the starting 11 after Doyle's arrival? And Phil Parkinson, is it fair that he's already under pressure after taking Wrexham from the 5th tier to the Championship? It seems that the £33 million investment in the squad has only increased the scrutiny on him, making the story even more complicated. And about the main story, the one everyone's talking about, could the interest from American investors really speed up Wrexham's arrival in the Premier League? Just imagine the international visibility, the eyes of Hollywood, millionaire entrepreneurs watching every step. This could completely change the pace of the club and open opportunities that no one imagined just a few years ago. Will Wrexham be able to seize this moment and establish itself as a true elite club in English football? I want to hear from you, family. Comment below everything you think about Brunt, Parkinson, and the Reynolds and Rob Mack project. Every opinion counts, and I want to see this community discussing every single detail. And of course, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because tomorrow there will be more hot news straight from Wrexham, and you won't want to miss a thing about this club that's making waves all over the world. Until next time, family, and remember, here, we follow every play, every story, and every detail of our beloved Wrexham as if we were right there inside the club with them.